go watch Barry. It is one of the best shows on television right now, and one of the best shows to watch on the one streaming service that won't be mentioned in this household. This show is way too underrated. I mean, I remember how I got into this show like it was 2023.
Guys, watch this show.
No, Teddy!
That was brilliant!
I like the parts with best.
I am so awesome.
Now, the point of that cutaway gag was, I didn't hear about it from anyone else. Sure, it got some coverage with the first 2 seasons, but with season 3, a season which came out this year, I didn't hear a soul talk about it. Maybe it's because of the 3-year wait, but who knows. Oh, what? You want to know what it's about? Fine. This show is a comedy drama about a hitman named who goes to LA for a big mission with his buddy Fuchs, only for him to get caught up with an acting class the target was taking, leading to him finding a new purpose in acting, and the mess and moral debate that comes with him trying to leave that life behind. Hijinks ensue.
The Queen, my lord, is dead.
She should have died hereafter. There would have been a time for such a word. Tomorrow and tomorrow creeps in this petty place from day to day to the
Ever know any? Wait.
Why do I love this show so much? Well, to demonstrate why, I will be taking a look at Season 1's Loud, Fast, and Keep Going. Is this the best episode of the show? I wouldn't even say so, but it is the best at establishing the show's core elements and why they work so damn well. Now, Episode 7 really only has one major comedy scene, but thankfully it slaps, so I can definitely use it for the
I hope this aggression isn't just about business. If you wanted in on my stash house, all you have to do is call me.
Excuse me. I can't tell.
You know, I have been a fan of yours for a while. Like when you sent me that bullet via DHL, I was like, wow, this guy, he is next level. Listen, I know how hard it is to break into Los Angeles, but you and I, we should be working together, not against each other. No?
What's happening? He is super nice guy. That's great. We fucked up.
Now, the context for that scene is that Barry was assigned to do a bomb rush for the Chechnyans and killed this guy named Cristobal. This was because Fuchs told the Chechnyans to take over the Bolivian stash house. But the bomb rush failed due to Barry not wanting to kill a guy named Taylor after trying to reason with him that he should do this mission himself. Taylor proceeds to insist that they should do it together, and then they... A lot of media that could be classified as comedy drama often has the problem of inappropriate jokes. Life of Brian is an infamous example, being way too insecure about not making the audience laugh every single second, and thus adding jokes to scenes that the show wants you to take seriously. Another way media tends to fuck up the balance of comedy drama is by having way too many jokes. Looking at you, Thor fucking suck. This episode, and the whole show for that matter, avoids both of these pitfalls. The Chechnyan and Bolivian conflict drives Barry's story, sure, but what happens in the conflict itself is not really important at all. Same goes for all of the side characters in Barry's acting class, and the writers knew this, so they made those parts of the show the most comedy abundant. And in this really important episode, they made this one of the only comedy scenes. Wow! But this scene isn't just great for what it doesn't do. It's great because it's fucking funny. Cristobal is nice.
What a plot twist. No one's ever nice.
Sure, it's a simple subversion, but the constant build-up from the previous episodes really makes the joke work. Also, they organically pay off another funny character interaction from episode 2.
Like when you sent me that bullet via DHL, I was like, wow, this guy, he is next level.
What signal? Why?
Because we sent bullet to the Bolivians.
You sent a bullet to the Bolivians?
And yeah, if you couldn't tell, the comedy mainly comes from the character interaction in this show, which is a good thing, as I love that style of comedy. Oh, and what I showed isn't even the full scene. This show is really good at building upon its jokes. It never just lets the joke end at Cristobal is nice, which means that if you already found the initial joke funny, like me, a laughception will occur. So yeah, the show is really funking funny, and I definitely convinced you all, and I don't need to go oh wait. I forgot one more funny thing. Oh, also, Fuchs thinks Barry is dead and thinks he's gonna die. That's funny because I hate him, and as a result, love watching him suffer. Remember, bullying is okay to anybody named Fuchs. There's not that many of them anyway. They didn't make it that far. What took them so long? But the comedy ain't the only thing this show excels at. Let's talk about the signature character himself and the really messed up story surrounding him. Oh boy. Before I get into this episode, we need to get into the background of Barry himself. He was a Marine in Afghanistan. He was socially rewarded for killing by his fellow Marines, which forever changed him. Barry's moral justification for killing in that and many a moment to come is that he was just following orders. However, a few weeks later, Barry killed with zero moral justification. He, out of blind rage over his friend getting shot in the face, killed an innocent civilian. This horrifying scene led to Barry never trusting his own instincts again, letting people like Fuchs boss him around until, of course, the show happens. Which is why this episode is so upsetting to watch. What I didn't mention up until now is that Taylor brought along Chris, one of his fellow Marines at the time. Barry Facebooked him and reunited with him at a party. He met his wife and kid as well, asking if Taylor really was a bad dude. Now we're in the present day, where Barry is forced to trust his own instincts for the sake of his and Chris's survival. Instead of him getting the order to kill, he's the one giving it, telling Chris to kill someone on the spot. After some hesitation, he goes along with the order. Unlike Barry, however, Chris can't live with the fact that he just murdered someone. He can't use a weak moral justification to make the pain of what he's done go away. He calls Barry during his acting class, causing him to completely fuck up the one line he had for the play they're doing tonight. They talk in Chris's car, with Barry trying really hard to convince Chris not to do anything stupid. But after he fully admits that he's going to the cops, Barry screams out of sheer frustration. Why did you say that? Knowing what he has to do. Chris backpedals, knowing what Barry meant, but it's too late.
I can keep quiet. I'm cool. And I didn't tell my wife, you know, that I was going to the gym. I told her that I was coming to see you. I know you're not gonna do anything crazy, Barry. I know you're a good guy. So I'm gonna drop you off. And then I'm gonna keep my fat trap shut. And then, you know, I promise you, no one will ever know any. Wait.
This was the moment that made me look differently at Barry. He did this kill without anyone telling him to. He made his own decision, and whatever troubles would have come with Chris going to the cops, it really doesn't change the fact that he partially killed someone out of self-interest. But then again, what would have happened to his family had he gone to the cops? What would have happened to all the innocent people in Barry's acting class? Was Barry truly responsible for his own actions here, or was
would it have
Taylor
still been
really
Barry's
responsible
fault
since he
since
decided
being
to
so
indirectly
reckless
Barry
and
or was
involved
it
in
Taylor's
Taylor's
life
life
that
that
got
got
Taylor? The fact that a show can make me ask this many questions just because of one scene is exceptional. Most TV shows wouldn't even be able to do that with one episode, let alone one scene. Also, I'll touch on this more later, but the acting here is just phenomenal. Chris had few appearances overall, yet he still left such an impact, all because of this one scene. Speaking of actors having small roles, yet nailing them, on his way back to the acting class for the previously mentioned play, Barry has his final dream sequence of the season. Throughout the season, we've seen these because Barry's potential new life has him for seemingly the first time excited for the future. Here it seems to be the same thing, with Barry dreaming that Sally nails her performance. Wholesome. But the dream gets cut short. It seems that Barry is actually expressing trauma. Barry finally shows up to the play they were preparing for all this time. With Sally, his love interest, and also a main character, which I didn't mention up until now because
I am an honest.
needing this insanely ambitious performance to go smoothly, for the sake of winning over this top talent agent. However, Barry can't focus. He can't stop thinking about the phone call Chris's wife would get, how heartbroken she'd be, how Chris's child would be left all alone without a father, how tragic the funeral would be. With godlike editing to boot, seriously, I have never seen exceptional editing in a TV show before. Barry is stressed, traumatized, and has tons of pent-up rage. But the show must go on.
My lord, the queen is dead.
A poor player that struts and frets his hour upon the stage and then is heard no more. It is a tale told by an idiot, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing.
The way he inspires Sally to give her best performance yet, all the while nailing his own performance, is jaw-dropping. This is what the whole season was building up to when it came to Sally's character, if you ask me. And it is a wonderful climax. And with Sally's context to the situation, it's beautiful. With Barry's context, it's incredibly sad. Because once again, Barry is being socially rewarded for killing someone. This is the thing that made him and Sally an item. This is what gave him the motivation to act for the rest of time. So one major question left I myself want to personally answer is if Barry really does deserve this new life he's trying to get all season. And after everything he's been through, the emotional manipulation Fuchs used on him for the sake of money, which, by the way, I hate Fuchs even more now because I realize that he, throughout every season, gets lucky as fuck, while Barry, the person he ruined and took advantage of, never gets lucky at all. But fine, what's my verdict? Well, in truth, as much as I believe Fuchs ruined Barry, I don't think he actually deserves the life which he wants so bad. To me, he's just caused too much suffering, regardless of if he wanted to do it or knew the circumstances. To me, Barry should have simply gone to prison and accepted his tragic life for what it was at the very beginning of the season. I know that's sad, but that way he never had a chance to hurt anybody innocent ever again, exactly like what Chris wanted to do. Instead, he clearly feels entitled to this life and just keeps hurting others for a chance at it. And that's no more apparent than in the very next episode, where Barry murders Moss. He didn't need to do that, yet if he didn't, his happiness train would end. Oh no! So he kills with it benefiting no one but himself. Sure, Sally would probably be a little sad that she once again fell in love with a violent person, but even then, that's something we know she can get past, and the rest of the cast would probably feel betrayed. That's all that would happen if Barry turned himself in. Everyone would be fine. Meanwhile, Moss dying causes the rest of the show to happen. That's just all me talking, however. And hey, I would never berate anybody for feeling different. But actually, fuck you. This episode I talked about today actually won Bill Hader an Emmy. Obviously, he isn't the only phenomenal actor in the show, but his performance here has convinced me of something astronomical. It's been said that the idea of a hitman feeling stuck in an endless cycle of violence because he feels it's the only thing he's good at came from Bill Hader's SNL years. And I can't blame him. SNL sucks balls.
If I suck balls, you are king of suck balls mountain!
Shut the fuck up. The point I'm getting at is that he was a great comedy actor, even if he wasn't super happy with that position. With comedy, you need to be able to do a wide range of emotions to make all kinds of jokes work. And if you're a good comedy actor, you can pull off those emotions well. So please, Hollywood, hire more comedy actors for your dramas. It's led to some of the most iconic performances out there. And also watch Barry. The people behind it are super nice, and the fandom is actually good. For now. You can watch it on... never mind. Go watch Barry on 123 Movie.
Hello, it is me, David Sauce, again here with an epic lawsuit for encouraging piracy.
Rob. I invented you as a parody of early 2010s reviews, which love to have dumb characters spout a nonsense storyline to pad out the runtime of their videos, and you really weren't supposed to show up for more than one. Hey, don't talk to me like that. What the fuck are you talking about? You're the one interrupting the fucking video, and oh yeah, bring that up. Like you were always so fucking annoying, and you're not letting me talk about. Boy, talking about Barry sure does get me tired. But hey, it's December. We can sit down a fireplace. Wait, that doesn't make sense. You know what? Never mind. Go listen to my new Christmas songs. Wee.